Nature has given us two ears and one mouth, so we may hear twice as much as we speak. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt it? No one said anything. No one raised their voice. No one made a speech. But one person was clearly in control. Not because they were loud. Not because they were popular. Not because they were the boss. They dominated in silence. And here's what most people don't understand. Real dominance isn't performed. It's felt. The loudest person in the room is usually the most insecure. And the one who speaks the least? Often the one with the most leverage. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. Power doesn't always come from force. Sometimes it comes from restraint, from presence, from knowing exactly when not to move. Because every time you speak, you reveal something. Your emotions, your intentions, your insecurities, your need for approval. And in a world full of people who read weakness like a language, that's dangerous. So today I'm going to show you 7 ways smart people dominate without saying a word. No shouting, no arguing, no begging, no proving. Just psychological control. Quiet, clean, and terrifyingly effective. And if you pay attention, you'll realize something uncomfortable. Most people don't lose because they're not talented. They lose because they're too easy to provoke. Let's start with the first silent weapon. Smart people don't react. That's it. That's the whole game. Most people are predictable. You disrespect them, they explode. You ignore them, they chase. You challenge them, they defend. You criticize them, they over-explain. Smart people don't give you that satisfaction. They understand that your reaction is your leash. And if someone can pull your emotions whenever they want, you are not free. So when someone throws a little insult, a sarcastic comment, a joke that's meant to test you, they don't rush to respond. They pause. They look. They let the moment sit there. And that pause does something powerful. It forces the other person to feel their own behavior. Because when you react emotionally, you absorb the tension. You carry it. You try to fix it. But when you stay calm, the tension stays with the person who created it. That's dominance. Second, smart people use eye contact like a weapon, not a habit. Weak people either stare too much because they're trying to prove something, or they look away too fast because they're scared. Smart people do neither. They hold eye contact just long enough to communicate one message. I'm here. I see you. I'm not impressed. And then they break it first, calmly, like they have nothing to prove. You'd be shocked how many people fold under that, because eye contact isn't just confidence, it's nervous system strength. Can you stay calm while someone tries to read you? Can you hold your ground without forcing it? In interviews, negotiations, even relationships, the person who can hold calm eye contact usually becomes the one who sets the tone, not with words, with presence. Third, smart people speak slowly, or not at all. Here's something nobody teaches you. Speed is emotional, slowness is control. When you talk fast, you sound nervous, eager, needy, reactive. Even if your words are intelligent, your energy is weak. Smart people speak like they have time, like they're not chasing approval, like they're not afraid of silence. And silence is uncomfortable for most people, which means it's powerful. Silence forces others to fill the gap. They start talking more, explaining more, revealing more. They start negotiating against themselves. You've seen this happen. Someone asks a question, and the other person panics and overtalks. They end up saying too much, promising too much, exposing insecurity. Smart people don't do that. They ask one question and then shut up. That alone can dominate an entire room. Quick pause. If you like this style of psychology and power strategy, subscribe now. Because this channel is built for people who want real social advantage, not motivational fluff. And the next videos will go even darker and deeper. Now, fourth, smart people control their body language before they control the room. Dominance starts in the body, not the mouth. Smart people don't fidget. They don't bounce their leg. They don't constantly adjust their clothes. They don't look like they're trying to escape. They move with intention. They sit still. They stand grounded. Their gestures are minimal. And that stillness sends a message. I'm not nervous. I'm not impressed. I'm not here to entertain you. Because think about it. Who moves the most in social situations? The anxious one. The one seeking acceptance. The one trying to be liked. The calm one doesn't perform. They observe. And observation is power. Fifth, smart people don't compete for attention. They make attention come to them. This one hurts, but it's true. People value what they have to earn. Smart people don't chase the spotlight. They don't interrupt. They don't jump into every conversation. They don't try to be the funniest, loudest, most noticeable person in the room. They let others talk. They let others perform. They let others expose themselves. And then when they speak, everyone listens. Because it's rare. Scarcity creates value, and attention is currency. If you spend it too freely, it becomes worthless. But if you hold it back, people start wondering what you know that they don't. That's why the most powerful person in a group often looks quiet. Not because they're shy, because they don't need to prove they exist. Sixth, smart people don't explain their boundaries. They enforce them. Most people destroy their own authority by negotiating it. They say things like, "Please don't do that. I'm sorry, but I just feel like..." I hope you understand. Smart people don't beg for basic respect. They set a boundary once, clearly, and if it's crossed, they act. No speeches, no drama, no emotional begging. Picture this. Someone makes a disrespectful joke about you in a group. A weak person laughs awkwardly. A reactive person explodes and looks unstable. But a smart, dominant person does something colder. They go silent. They look at the person, and they let the discomfort punish them. Or they say one sentence, calm and surgical. "Don't speak to me like that." Then they continue like nothing happened. That is terrifying power, because it shows self-respect and emotional control at the same time. And here's the Machiavellian truth. People don't respect what you tolerate. They respect what you stop. Seventh, smart people master the art of leaving. This is the ultimate silent domination. Smart people don't stay where they're undervalued. They don't stay in conversations that drain them. They don't stay in rooms where they're being tested, mocked, or manipulated. They leave early, not angrily, not dramatically. They leave like it's nothing. Because the strongest message you can send someone is not your words, it's your absence. When you remove your presence, your attention, your access, you create consequences without a fight. And that's why smart people dominate without saying a word. They understand leverage. Most people think power is about winning arguments. Smart people know power is about not needing to argue. Because once you argue, you're already in the other person's frame. You're already reacting. You're already giving them energy. Smart people don't waste energy on people who aren't worth it. So here's the real takeaway. Silent dominance isn't about being cold. It's about being disciplined. It's knowing that every reaction you give is information. Every explanation you give is weakness. Every time you chase attention, you lose status. Every time you overtalk, you lower your value. And if you want to become someone people can't control, you have to become someone they can't read easily, can't provoke easily, and can't manipulate emotionally. So the next time you walk into a room, don't try to impress anyone. Stand still. Breathe slow. Look calm. Speak less. Watch more. Because the person who controls themselves controls the room.